is the Citi Newsroom here on Citi TV. Let's bring you some more stories. Unsanitary conditions have proliferated at the University of Ghana following an industrial action by the Tertiary and Educational Workers Union of TEWU. The strike, now in its 2-week mark, stems from the government's failure to fulfill payments of their Tier 2 pensions and other owed overtime allowances. Some students are sharing the horrifying effects of this situation on their academic pursuits. Ejubi Wiafia-Kenten brings us the details.
Weeks since the Teachers and Educational Workers Union of TUC united with the Senior Staff Association of Universities of Ghana in a nationwide industrial action. Their decision to halt operations is a direct response to the government's inability to meet demands for the payment of Tier 2 pensions and the reinstatement of agreed allowances. Consequently, critical services such as environmental cleaning, classroom setup, and security provision have ceased. The prestigious University of Ghana, a cornerstone of public education, finds itself deeply affected by TEWU's work stoppage. Lecture halls, washrooms, and halls of residence now languish in a state of disrepair, overrun with overflowing bins, scattered plastic waste, and malodorous washrooms. Citi News spoke with several students who expressed profound concern over the deteriorating campus conditions and its detrimental impact on their daily lives.
You come to school, lecture rooms, and apart from that, other amenities on campus, washrooms, and even eateries. Those areas are so bad when it comes to sanitation issues. It gives some sense of feeling that nobody cares, because if TEWU is on strike, it's a government issue. So until when are we going to continue to sit in something like this?
Come to think of it, it's very difficult to stay in a dirty environment because it's not conducive enough for studies. Because when you go to your classrooms and then it's dirty, and even before the class starts or before the lecturer arrives, you have to use the time you're supposed to sit and wait for him or her to clear the dust and take away the rubbish that is in the classroom and put it in the bins that are already full or overflowing. And it's so very disturbing.
On the sanitation issue, it's very bad, as some of my colleagues have said. In the halls on school campus, it's very, very bad. And right now that sanitation issues are taking the crown when it comes to issues in Accra, I think as the premier university of Ghana, we shouldn't be facing issues like this. But because of TEWU's strike and then their ask, we are facing issues like this. So I think it's really bad.
TEWU's strike is affecting us in so many ways. I mean, as tertiary education workers, their activities are very important to the well-being of students in the school as a whole. When you take a look at some of the activities, which include cleaning of the school and all that, taking care of the administrative works of the school as well. In the absence, you could see that rubbish everywhere. It's not being catered for wherever you go. I mean, it's not very nice, especially the BAM library, even here, our lecture hall here, JQB. The washroom is not even, it's stinking. I mean, no one can even enter there, so it's very bad. So I think it's high time we recognize that their work is very essential to the well-being of school.
Justice Alo, a student activist at the University of Ghana, shares insightful suggestions with Citi News on potential remedies to alleviate the situation.
I know it is possible for the SRC to actually employ the services of, let's say, external refuse or external waste collectors for them to deal with the menace we have on campus currently. And it is also possible to actually mobilize some students. The level 100s are still on campus. Continuing students were on vacation, so it is possible to mobilize this level 100.
Meanwhile, the university's management reassures that interim sanitary measures are being implemented while TEWU remains on strike.
We are not happy with the state of affairs, but of course it is affecting sanitation generally on campus, but we've put measures in place to be able to at least keep the universities tidy whilst engagement with TEWU and all the striking unions are concerned. Yes, things are delaying. We have casual workers. We have engaged casual workers who are clearing the litter on campus, just to make sure that whilst TEWU is on strike, the campus is kept to an acceptable level of